Yes. Let's get this going.
You should be intimidated. Everyone can do well in the stock market.
1% or less actually make financial independence. So that means 99% of the people are living in a delusion. And if you ask them, what are they going to do if I gave them $10 million? What would they do with their life? I guarantee you, 2 to 8 million of that will be spent in less than a minute. Motivation is not a solution, it's a symptom. Well, I think that the first step is to dissolve your own shames and guilts and reasons why you don't deserve it. Because a lot of people are sitting here beating themselves up. Anytime you set goals that are not in line with your highest values and you then don't achieve because you give up on them, then you end up beating yourself up and think there's something wrong with you. Well, first of all, you want to find out whatever you've done in your life, how it served you, how it served others, and clear out any shame or guilt. Then you want to sit down and ask, what is it that you're really going to do? Because you're not going to get wealthy. And if you're not dedicated to serving people, you have a fantasy called wealth. You need to make sure that you really have a value on serving people. You need to have a value on wealth, because if you don't really have a
close in half.
If you have more of a value on spending it than saving it, investing it, it's going to keep going out the window. Because the money circulates through the economy from those who value it least to those who value it most of the time. So you have to value wealth building more than spending. You have to value serving people more than just taking. And you have to be able to be dedicated to something that's really congruent with your values, or you won't stay with it. You won't build momentum and perseverance towards the accomplishment. And people who
Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Easy peasy.
Warren Buffett spent, by the time
Maybe you're too goddamn busy.
In the Omaha, Nebraska library on wealth building by the age of 11. Into that. People are really committed to wealth building. They study it, they research it, they mentor under it, they apply it, they have forced savings and investment structures in place. They constantly are trying to serve people, and they want to build a business that lasts. What happens is every human being lives by a set of priorities, a set of values. These are the most important to least important in their life. Whenever they set goals that are congruent and aligned with their highest values, they become the most powerful and effective people they can be. This is when they're the most grateful, the most resilient, the most disciplined, and most fulfilled in their life. Whenever they're living by lower values and trying to inject the values of others or minimize themselves and live by lower value systems, they procrastinate, hesitate, frustrate, and they become, you might say, victims of their history, not masters of their destiny. So you look at how people fill their space. You look at how they spend their time. You look at what they are disciplined about and focused on. You look at where they're most organized. You look at where they spend the most money. You look at what energizes them the most. You look at what they think about, visualize, affirm, and converse with others about most, that is in line with what they're creating in life. Look at what they're inspired by, what their goals are, and what they love learning. If you look and find the common threads to those questions,
easy money,
it'll narrow down to what you're dedicated to and what you spontaneously can't wait to get up in the morning and do. Any individual that is setting goals, intentions that are congruent and aligned with the highest values, they have the highest probability of being spontaneously inspired in the morning to get up and do it. So if you have an entrepreneur that's working in a business and they found what is most meaningful to them, they have found the tap dance to work energy that Warren Buffett describes. Now, in addition to that, an entrepreneur also has to find out what their targeted market's highest values are to make sure that they're providing a service that meets those specific needs. So determining your own values and determining other people's values that you want to serve is an essential component, because you're here to be able to find something that serves other people, also meaningful to you. If you find those two, you've got your niche. Now you've got exactly what you would love to get up in the morning and do, and you get to go and do what exactly people want, and you get to fulfill their life. Because of a set of priorities, a set of values in their life, whenever they're living by their highest value, which the ancient Greeks called the telos, which is the highest priority in their life. The chief aim, as Napoleon Hill called it, or the Adelison called the magnificent obsession, or the big why. The highest value is the most meaningful and most purposeful thing they can do. That is the purpose. When you do, you're most resilient, most adaptable to pain and pleasure. When you go down the list of values to lower values, you're less inspired, less fulfilled by doing them. You procrastinate in doing them. And what happens is you'll only do them if it's pleasurable, and if it's not, you'll give up. So it's a key is to make sure that everything you do is highest priority, the thing that's most meaningful to you, so you don't give up, you have the resilience, and you embrace pain and pleasure in the pursuit of a great purpose. If you are not living by your highest values because you're wanting to do it with pleasure only and you'll want to give up if it's pain, you'll need motivation all the time. The difference between inspiration, which is from within, is people who are inspired from within are living by their highest values. And people that need motivation, inspiration, which is from within, inspiration, which is from within, is people who are inspired from within are living by their highest values.
All right, man. Yes. Let me pause this. Hope everybody's doing well. Look at this monster run. We are on. Woo. Man, oh man. Two great runs here. Two great. Man, why fucking learn it, man? Why? Why bother, man? You just put lotion on yourself and not make any money. Look at this, man. Why learn? Why learn, man, when you could just play with yourself? Let's see. Look at this, man. Stage 1. Breakout. Runs up. Stage 3. And look at that. Boy, we took that money down. Bam, bam. Stopped out over here. Locked in our dough. Came back down. If you're in Discord with me, go look. Right here, I said, hey, be ready. Why? We're getting that look, that commonality of what it always looks like before it turns. You get that little thing there in the TSI, that little, all right. And we've obviously everything else had turned up here. The MACD, the histogram is all I'm worried about. I don't give a fuck about the crossover. I'm concerned about the histogram. Only crossover I need to look at is when it breaks, man. But here's our stage 1 entry. Soon as we hit that first target, I move at my stop to break even, lock in a little bit of money, and then we let it do what it does. Come on, man. I'm about to lose my shit with the. They're about on my last nerve, man. God, this cannot get well. Anyway, Steve, glad you had time to come in, man. If you're not too fucking busy, we could trade, man. Maybe you're too busy. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. You're at work, I guess, giving all your time and energy to somebody else's ideas. So here we go. We're pushing up on the RSI here. Boom, man. We are just running. There's nothing to say, but we're just making money. So we're just gonna watch this. God damn, why does it keep going off? Be careful. We're setting up on a stage 3 right now. RSIs have gone extreme, right? That's the money flow. So check this out. Right here. Adding to MPW. AG&C. MFA. Calling an audible. Adding to AG&C. These stock. MPW. These stocks got too fucking cheap. Okay. This was this morning. That price was ridiculous, dude. I mean, I called an audible here, and then they reported earnings, and I thought the earnings were okay. Down we went, so we started buying again, and now we're ripping. This price was ridiculous. If you have any basic understanding, fundamental knowledge of price and value in a company, why would you, though? Let's see. Why do that if you can just buy lotion? Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. We're going to build out this stage 3. Let me get back to this. This is live. This is the TQQ on a 1 minute. I know it's going fast, man. We're up about $500 on this. 500 points. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to take down some more here. I'm going to go down to 500 shares. I'm at 700. I'm selling 200. And now we're at 500. I feel pretty good. Almost 2,000 points on the day. Not bad. Thanks to JP, our friendly friend at the Federal Reserve. Your friend and mine.
From without are people that haven't found that highest value and are living by lower values, and they need constant incentives.
Now listen to what my man here says. I listen to this once a week.
If it's not, you'll give up. So it's a key is to make sure that everything you do is highest priority, the thing that's most meaningful to you, so you don't give up, you have the resilience, and you embrace pain and pleasure in the pursuit of a great purpose. If you are not living by your highest values, because you're wanting to do it with pleasure only and you want to give up of its pain, you'll need motivation all the time. The difference between inspiration, which is from within, is people who are inspired from within are living by their highest values. And people that need motivation from without are people that haven't found that highest value and are living by lower values. And they need constant incentives and motivation and only pleasure to keep them going. So our animal nature needs motivation. But our truest nature, our human nature, the one that activates the telencephalon in the brain, the executive centers of the brain, which allows you to be an executive and a leader in the world, transcends this pain, pleasure, amygdala reaction of the lower animal.
Failed to sit.
It allows us to function from an inner core mission that transcends that and allows us to be able to embrace pain, pleasure, support, challenge, ease, difficulties. Any complementary pair of opposites that you face along the way, you turn into on the way. If you're expecting to float across between two buildings, that's unrealistic expectation. Or if you're expecting yourself to do something that's truly not high on your values and not meaningful to you, you'll tend to give up. Or expecting some other human being to do something that doesn't abide by the laws of the universe, or expecting them to live it.
All right. So what you have here in real time, if we were watching on a daily chart, this is the daily of oil. And the same thing happening. Rolls over, sets up. There's our anchor point. Price gets above the 5-day. We have a tradable, anchor point, meaning price sells off, and the lowest low establishes this anchor point. Well, that gives us something to trade off of. What's up, Archer? What's up, man? That highest, that becomes the point, man. So that's oil. Let's get back to this making money over here on the TQ. So let's say 1,000 shares over here. This is your anchor point. What's up, Nick? Here's our stage 1 buy on 1,000 shares. That'd be $33,050. Usually most people are using margin. You're going to close it out. You're not going to carry it over. So margin becomes okay because you're not carrying it out. Okay. You're going to be fucking disciplined. Okay. That's our stage 2 breakout. Now we got 1,000 shares here. You could add if you wanted to. I actually did. I added another 500 on the breakout. And then we ran. So it's what, 33.60 to 34.20. What is that? Looks like 800 points to me. What is that? 6? That's 4. Nah, 600. 600 points. Who needs $600 fucking dollars in 30 minutes when you can just sit in your car and smoke cigarettes and stare at the wall? Here we go. Stage 3 is happening. I mean, who needs $600 in a couple minutes? I mean, why would that be exciting? Here we go. You might say, well, Gerald, you could lose it. You could. You could lose it. I mean, who needs it, right? Everybody's busy. We're all so fucking busy. Too busy to get rich. Too busy to get rich, man.
Outside their value.
I was talking with a guy last night, man. Young kid. I like to talk to broke people. And I'm talking to this guy because they're always the smartest. It's one thing I've discovered in life. When broke people, you have a lot of broke people, they think they know shit. They don't know anything. That's the problem. Everything they know is of low value. That's what he's talking about here. They serve their lowest value. So whenever your life, your vision, your life, your words, your actions have to be once they line up with whatever is your highest value, you'll accomplish that stuff pretty easy. And this young man told me, he's like, man, I'm willing to do anything. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And I said, what's your credit score? Oh man, it's pretty jacked up right now. Well, fix it. You just told me you're willing to do anything. Lazy mofo, man. Jesus.
Lower value in their life. Whenever they're living by their highest value.
So this is what I told him.
Determining your own values and determining other people's values that you want to serve is an essential.
Can't say you want to do anything and you got bad credit.
Find something that serves other people, but it's also meaningful to you.
Because obviously you're not willing to fix it.
You've got your niche. Now you've got exactly what you would love to get up in the morning and do.
Stage 3 underway here.
Do what exactly
Down to 500 shares.
And you get to fulfill their life. Because everybody has a set of priorities, a set of values in their life.
Now listen to
they're
this.
living by their highest value.
Listen.
Find out what their targeted market's highest values are to make sure that they're providing a service that meets those specific needs.
Listen, Nick. Listen what he said, bro. You're my friend. Listen to this.
Needs. So determining your own values and determining other people's values that you want to serve is an essential component.
Determining the values of the people you want to serve. So when I talked to that kid who wants to be rich, I was like, do you? Let's talk about it. And once he told me he had bad credit, I was like, you're a liar, bro. You don't want to be rich.
Find something that serves other people, but it's also meaningful to you. If you find those two, you've got your niche. Now you've got exactly what you would love to get up in the morning and do, and you get to go and do what exactly people want.
Is that what you want to do? Get up, go to a job you hate, do a bunch of shit you don't want to do. Most people are serving their lowest, not their highest.
Exactly what you would love to get up in the morning and do, and you get to go and do what exactly people want, and you get to fulfill their life.
Now
because
broke
everybody
out.
Has a set of priorities, a set of values in their life. Whenever they're living by their highest
Badger, you're not too busy, are you?
Called the telos, which is the highest priority in their life. The chief aim, as Napoleon Hill called it, or the Adelison called the magnificent obsession, or the big why.
Are you obsessed? Do you have the magnificent obsession? Are you a fucking lunatic because of the thing you're doing? Or are you just pussyfooting around with it? Oh, I'll just play around with this stock thing. Let me just play around. Oh, don't let my wife know. Don't let my husband know. Let's don't get crazy with it. Let's don't get crazy. Damn, I got the camera turned on YouTube, man. You guys been staring at it. Hey, don't get crazy, guys. Don't get out of fucking control with this stuff. Let's see. Back to AG&C. Dividend yield is just absolute redonky-donk. I got so many real estate friends that are fucking, your head is in the sand and you're missing this stuff because you're looking for deals that aren't there. There are so many deals in the stock. Some of them are just absolutely fucking ridiculous. The price, it's sad. I'm texting my real estate friends. I'm begging them, please buy these. But I'm legally not allowed to do that, man. I fucking begged everyone. But hey, everybody's busy, man. They ain't got time to pick up 20, 30% yields, 15% yields. So here we go, going higher, man. We're just going to print money into the close here. Here we go. Here we go. Listen, though. Listen to this. Serve your highest value. So if you haven't been buying these, maybe you got a different value. I don't know.
The highest value is the most meaningful and most purposeful thing they can do. That is the purpose. When you do, you're most resilient, most adaptable to pain and pleasure. When you go down the list of values to lower values, you're less inspired, less fulfilled by doing them. You procrastinate in doing them. And what happens is you'll only do them if it's pleasurable, and if it's not, you'll give up. So the key is to make sure that everything you do is highest priority, the thing that's most meaningful to you, so you don't give up, you have the resilience, and you embrace pain and pleasure in the pursuit of a great purpose. If you are not living by your highest values, because you're wanting to do it with pleasure only, and you'll want to give up if it's pain, you'll need motivation all the time. The difference between inspiration, which is from within, is people who are inspired from within are living by their highest values. And people that need motivation from without are people that haven't found that highest value and are living by lower values. And they need constant incentives and motivation and only pleasure to keep them going. So our animal nature needs motivation. But our truest nature, our human nature, the one that activates the telencephalon in the brain, the executive centers of the brain, which allows you to be an executive and a leader in the world, transcends this pain, pleasure, amygdala reaction of the lower animal and within us. It allows us to function from an inner core mission that transcends that and allows us to be able to embrace pain, pleasure, support, challenge, ease, difficulties, any complementary pair of opposites that you face along the way, you turn into on the way. If you expect it to float across between two buildings, that's unrealistic expectation. Or if you're expecting yourself to do something that's truly not high on your values and not meaningful to you, you'll tend to give up. Or expecting some other human being to do something that doesn't abide by the laws of the universe, or expecting them to live outside their values. Because every human being makes decisions according to what will give them the greatest advantage over disadvantage, greatest reward over risk to their highest values. So if you expect yourself to do something that's not really meaningful to you, it sounds like a neat whim, but it's not really you, you're going to end up self-defeating and end up with the A, B, C, Ds of negativity. Internal.
All right, man. ABC is negativity. So we broke out of the box. Stage 3 we're building. Now we're back in. That's super bearish, by the way. Same if we were down here and you break the box and you come back in. Okay, this is the opposite. Notice the TSI right here is rolling over. So if you have not locked in gains, this is your last chance before this thing rolls over, most likely. Look, boom. Momentum is now to the downside. It's cool. We were expecting that. It only goes so high. It's day trading. Okay, we're in, we're out. Is that John Puffy Holmes, man? Look like him, man. Yeah, bro. Aren't you getting ready to go to jail or something? I heard you got clipped in the Tupac shooting. Let's see. Well, sir, this is the TQQ. The money flow trading system is a fractal in nature, which means you could buy one share, and baby, I could buy 100, and Mr. Buffett could buy 1,000 or $1 billion worth. We're all doing the same thing. You could be like Chris Johnson. You could be on vacation right now. That's the last place I'd want to be. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. You guys would like that, though. Oh, I want to be on vacation, Gerald. I want to take my shirt off and hug my friends and jump in the water. I want to be on vacation. Oh, I want to be on vacation. I hate my life. I need to go on vacation so I can pretend to be someone else for a week. That's a bad example, by the way. Your ass does not need to be on vacation. You got shit to do. God damn. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. Chris, get your ass off vacation. Get to work. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over again in an ongoing feedback loop. It's kind of hard to trade with you if you're on fucking vacation.
Anger and aggression, internal blame and feelings of betrayal, internal criticism and challenge, internal despondency, despair, and depression. And these ABCDs of negativity that you internally have, which some people call negative self-talk and negative self-behavior, is actually a feedback mechanism to make sure we're setting realistic expectations that are aligned with our real values. And we know that it's real if we can see it in our mind's eye. We see the strategy. We know the
Give a fuck what he bought. Need to get off vacation.
action steps, and it's obtainable. And those are the keys.
So that example for the children.
You keep showing effort and evidence of manifesting what you want to manifest. The wisest thing to do is start with simple goals that you achieve and train yourself.
Now listen to what my man said. Start with simple goals. He didn't say go on a trip, man. He said start with simple. Most of you guys ain't even got time to be looking at that, man. If you're like me and poor, in other words, you got less than 10 million, that means you're broke. You got no time to be fucking around with trips, bullshit. You got work to do, man. Now I'm talking to these young cats. If you're old and you've already given up on life and you're married and you're like, fuck, I don't care. I'm just going to do this paycheck. I'm going to drag it out till I'm 65. I would do a year vacation every year because what you're doing sounds fucking miserable. So I get it. Go on vacation. But if you got some goals, some shit you're trying to do, especially all you guys trying to be day traders, you ain't got no time to be on a trip, man. You need to get some money in your account. So stage 3 is building out here, and Chris is my friend. I'm just fucking with him. If you're my friend, I'm going to fuck with you. Unless you're a little, then I can't because you start crying. But you young cats, guys, don't be watching these dudes on trips and fucking cars. You ain't got time for that bullshit, man. You better spartan up. Your ass needs to be at work making money. So when I'm talking to that kid last night, he's 23. Man, it's like 3:30 in the morning. We're in a bar. I was like, look, you're in a bar at 3:30 in the morning, man. You know what I was doing when I was your age? Grinding. I was at home, man, running 2 different businesses. I ain't got time to be in no goddamn bar. I didn't start going to, I didn't start doing that shit till I had a few million bucks, man. You get what I'm saying? And I realize now every day I wake up, God damn, I am poor, bro. I am poor. It fucking makes me nervous. The world is changing. So we're building out this box here, man. The world is changing, guys. Man, a lot of you ain't got time left on your job. They're going to outsource you. Talking to these guys driving for Uber and all that. That ain't for long, man. That shit is going away. Let's see. I got people that don't even use social. This is how fucking dumb the world has gotten. They don't think they need social. Oh, I don't need social. Okay, stay. What is wrong with my thing here? Stay broke. Don't use social. Stay broke. Let's see. Just stay dumb and broke. That's an option, man. You're allowed to be dumb and broke. That's a normal thing. It's allowed, by the way. It's only weird to people like me. Most people think it's okay. Let's see. There's more to life than money, Jerem. There's more. I was going to play something for you. I like that. If you haven't ever listened to that, 99% of people live in a delusion. I listen to that about once a month. I'll post it in Discord. I used to post it all the time. It used to be homework reading. It's an amazing, he's a psychiatrist, psychologist, some shit. Works with lots of different business people, traders. I'm not big on all that mindset for trading. I think mindset's important, but I don't think it's the key to your fucking trading. You're not trading bad because your mindset. You're trading bad because you're a shitty trader. And a lot of times people don't want to admit that there is a thing in this world called skill. And there is a thing in this world called talent. And there is a thing in this world called fucking practice. And a lot of people are just they're doing it too quick, too short. And you haven't actually put enough time in to actually be good at it. So the idea that it's your mental, it's not your mind. It's you suck at it. Fixing your mind. I don't think that's gonna help you. Fixing your mind. I know people that are horribly negative and they do just fine. So while I try to be positive, I try to teach that. I don't think it's necessarily the key to success. The key to success is getting up and doing it anyway, man. A lot of it's the little things here. We're holding on here. Let's check in on what time is it too. Don't let me go past so AG&C, MPW is one we've been picking up. It's a hospital thing. I imagine they're gonna lower this dividend again, possibly. Just remember, when they lower dividends, guys, they bring them back. It's not the end of the world. All right. And so we want to build a portfolio. You don't want to let any one position get too big. The way you protect yourself in the buy and hold world, the dividend world, is you got to spread it out. You got to have lots of different things, different sectors. And most people, when I see them get hurt or they freak out, it's like you're holding all fucking tech stocks or all penny stocks or all of one thing. You can't do that. You can't hold all dividend stocks, but they need to be in different sectors: oil, consumer staples, finance. And so use these cycles. Like right now, look at this stock, man. Use this cycle. Look at this. Look how far this motherfucker has fallen. Dude, look at this. We are all the way back to 2013. 13. That's a decade ago. Decade. Some of you guys were all upset because your little boyfriend in ninth grade left you and it was the end of the world. You were crying about that. And then because of that, and because you wanted all kind of bullshit, your dad couldn't buy shares in MPW. So he had to go to fucking work every day to pay for your ass and your family. And so he didn't get to do this. He didn't have this luxury. Because if he'd have called it in on the phone, it would have cost $40 fucking dollars. He didn't have $40 because he had to buy you shit. So think on that. This is the privilege you have today, man. What's another one? This is when you buy these things too, man. You don't buy REITs in good times because you'll never make any money. You buy REITs in bad times when nobody wants to own them. So here we are in AG&C. Now remember, these things get readjusted for the dividends out. So I collected $600 in dividends last night. Here's the difference between me and that kid. I'm at the bar. He's at the bar. I collected 600 in dividends while sitting at the bar. He paid money to be at the bar. There's a big fucking difference. And I didn't spend those $600. So I went out and woke up richer. He went out and woke up poorer. And that's what I was trying to get across to him, man. That's a big difference, man. Now multiply that times 365 days a year. That's a big fucking difference. You get it? We're doing the same thing, man. It was just the highest value first, man. So look at AG&C. Look at AG&C. What's up, Lee? We got a realtor here. A celebrity realtor. I like that hair. Yeah, celebrity realtor. Now, one thing about realtors, man, I like realtors. Realtors out make me money. I tease realtors a lot. The reason I tease realtors is a lot of them they're just in sales, man. They don't own any property, man. Sometimes people go to be a realtor to figure out how to get property. You don't need to do that. I don't have a realtor license. I own a lot of property. All right, so let's look at another one. I was saying oil's breaking down. I know a lot of people thought, oh, the Middle East, guys, it's not that fucking easy. They're not going to show some news on TV and you roll up, buy some shit, make money. If it was that easy, I would just sit home and watch the news. That's not how it works. So once it's on the news and all public, it's probably going the other way, okay? Everyone is always fucking wrong. Always remember that. Are we still on YouTube? Wow, man, I've been having pretty good success here on YouTube. Let me see if anybody's got a question. Give me just a second. Oh, shit, we're trading. Oh, man, we've been making some money today. I'm actually getting bored. Another day, another 1,000. Let's see. Still down to 500 chairs here on we could have added here. I felt weird adding this far up. This here is what you call money flow pattern. Oh my God, it is ripping. Oh my God, right after you said that, bro. But I got to wait, unless that my thing was wrong. Oh, my thing must have been wrong. I just got a thing that said that must have been an old one. Sorry. I thought it ripped again from where we were. All right, so on this last 500 shares, I'm up 410 points. Or if you were playing with money, it'd be $410. So another $1,000 plus day. I think I'm up almost 2,000 points today. Starting to break down. Be careful. Coming back in the box again. That's very bearish. So we're probably topping out here, man. We'll see. But hey, it doesn't have to. That's the thing. Game theory, man. Anything can happen when you're trading. Be careful having hard, fast opinions. You know, I meet people all the time. Oh, where market's going down. It's like, dude, you don't know that, man. Don't be so opinionated. You know, be flow. The money flow is about flowing. We flow, man. This is the money flow. We flow. I don't care. Up, down. It don't matter, man. Accumulation. We rip higher. We go into distribution. We drop down. I don't give a fuck where it's going. I'm just going to play the money flow, man. So I believe that 71% of the time stocks go up. That means the other 29% of the time, they very quickly go down. And then they stop, put in an anchor point, go sideways, and then they go back up again. And they're going to do that your whole fucking life. You can pay attention or ignore it. 20 years from today, you can look at your children and go, yeah, I didn't buy AG&C, man. I was too busy spooning with your mother. I was trying to get these chicks to go out. I was doing all kind of dumb things, man. Let's check on Ford. Or you'll be like, yeah, I crushed that shit. So Ford's putting in a bottom, 5% dividend yield, trading way below the 200. This is a no-brainer, okay? I have not added yet. I've not added yet, Eric. Listen, Eric, I've not added yet. Peggy, listen, I haven't added yet. One, we got an anchor point, 1, 2, and we're still below the 5. So I'm in no rush right here, man. This could drift lower. Let's see, how far back are we? God, you guys are lucky, man. Let's say someone never been in the stock market, and today's their first day. Look, they're getting to buy a whole fucking year. Shit, they can go back. They can buy Ford at what it was in 2021, man. So they could have missed this whole last 2 years. Now jump in. Huh? Somebody else bought it here. Then it ran up, came back down. They're back even. What should they do? More stage one, nibble, runs up, comes down. What do? Nibble on stage one, runs up, come down. What do? Nibble on stage one, goes sideways, runs up, comes down. What do? Nibble on stage one. If you're buying holding, that's how you run the money flow. You're just nibbling on these ones. Collect your dividends, man. I collected 600 last night, and now I'm up over 1,000 points today. I don't know about you, but that's more than I made for a month in Iraq. In fucking Iraq. Fighting people, shooting at motherfuckers. I made $1,900. I made that today. 600 while at the bar. Fucking the rest right here. This little move right here. It's more than I made in a month in Iraq. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? That is crazy, man. That last chart was Ford, baby. Ford's got a little over 5% dividend yield. It's now what we call a bread and butter. If you're inside my Discord, or the money, not mine, the Money Flow Trading Society's Discord. Oh, we moved higher. So every time this ticks, that's $10. $10 a penny, baby. You can make that $5 a penny. You can make it $1 a penny. You can make it 10,000 a penny. That's the thing. I know a lot of people want to trade small. Oh, I just want to make $100 a day, Gerald. Stop thinking like that. Let's make 1,000, 10,000. Oh, I just can't see it. I know. It's unfortunate. How are you going to be like Chris, man, on vacation all the fucking time? It's a bad example, Chris. Get your ass home. It's a bad example. You need to be teaching these young dudes to grind, not be on trips. Here we go. We're going higher. Everybody's posting your pictures on him. Oh, look where we're at. Mm-hmm. Look at you getting broker. Isn't that awesome? Let's see. But we're enjoying the waves, Gerald. The waves and the babies. Oh, look at the babies playing in the water. Look at the babies. My mom used to put me in a plastic pool at the trailer park out back. They'd fill it up with a fucking water hose, and we liked it. Oh, but we got to fly to Puerto Rico. We got to fly to... I know we're broke and we ain't got no money. We can't day trade, but we got to fly to... we got to go. We got to fly. I don't have money to day trade, but we're going to fly on a trip. What's up, Daniel? Better get your fucking priorities in straight, bro. Comic book man. I feel like some of you guys are bullshitting. Sad. I put out a one-on-one. Nobody signed up, man. I guess everybody's good. You guys all got it figured out. Got your credit right, property right, 401ks right. Got your bucket set up right. Everything is just perfect. Just smashing it, just killing it. Right? Everybody's killing it. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate 907. If nothing makes you want to day trade like dark chocolate 907, I don't know what will. All right, so this is the TQQ. We're just watching it drift. You're just watching with me as my balance goes up as this thing drifts higher. Look at this. We're just making more money. Boom. So whenever you're doing the money flow, I trade most of the time from the left side, meaning from bottom. What's up, Joseph? From what's up, man? One Nation. So as we drift higher over here, as we drift higher, if you're on this side of the 20, you're making money. That's a basic rule. Look at this. Man, I may have to go to the bar again tonight, man. Goddamn. Feeling guilty. All these winnings. I'm going to trim some more right here. We're hitting the 71 RSI on the 14 period RSI. So I'm going to trim that down at about 34.56. I'm only doing 50. That takes me down to 450 shares. We may ride this out to the close. We started with 3,000 shares down here. Got our anchor point, got our stage 1 entry, got our stage 2, our 1,500, excuse me, I misspoke, because I had 1,000, then I added 500. On this previous run up, I had 3,000 over here. We had a nice little pop. So good day so far, man. Making some money. Curvy's thinking about vacation. Aren't you, Curvy? Or are you thinking about that plastic pool in the trailer park? Mama gets the water hose out, sprays it down. But the babies, they got to go to Acapulco. It's for the babies. We got to I need a new car that's $1,000 a month payment for the babies, Gerald. It's not for me. It's for the babies. The babies need it. The little babies. Harvey, you got to get a rich boyfriend, girl. Come on. All right, let's check some Bitcoin here. This is getting boring, making money. All right. I mean, who wants to do this where it just drifts higher in money? Who has time for this? Nobody has time to make money, man. Let's see. We're too busy working. Gotta pay bills. I can't make money. Let's see. Look at this mofo. I don't know what we're looking at. You got to rearrange your life, man. You're broke because of the way you live. That's what you're requesting from the universe. You're like, hey, let me be broke. Otherwise, you would not be broke. It's up for you to ask. Jesus said anything you want, man. Nobody believes that, though. Oh, Sanders here. He's got his shirt off. Ladies. Unfortunately, he covered his nipples, or we'd have to shut down the live. As you cover your nipples, Sandra, you could put little paisleys on there for us. Let's see. My experience, when guys don't have a shirt on Instagram, they are the best day traders. Let's see. That's normally a completed move, man. And so what we need to see now, Kurt, you ain't got time to talk to these people, Kirby. You're broke. You need to find rich dudes. I can tell you how to find a rich guy, man. You won't do it, but I could have you rich by the end of the year. You just won't do it, though. Ladies, all you got to do if you want to meet a rich man, you have to go a little out of your comfort zone here. One thing is you got to stop hanging around fucking losers and all these dudes with bad credit scores. You know that means they're fucking liars, right? Like that means they don't give a fuck, guys. Okay, ladies, they got bad credit. Do not hook up with this dude. Don't have sex with him. Don't do anything with him. Definitely don't have sex with him. He's got bad credit. What is wrong with you? Get your shit together. So, yeah, that means most of you guys are going to be fucked out. You're going to be at home. So you got to get one share of a big company. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about men, dude. You got to get one share of like Procter & Gamble, some shit like that. That allows you to go to the shareholder meeting. Ain't nobody going to the shareholder meeting but a bunch of old rich dudes, man. That's it. That's all you got to do, ladies. Dress up real nice. Go to the shareholder meeting. Act like you give a fuck. You're going to have some old dudes in there loaded. I don't know how old. I mean, in fact, they might be 40. I don't know, 30. I don't know. But they're going to be like, oh, my God, a girl's here? Because there ain't no chicks at a fucking shareholder meeting, man. How many chicks you know went to Starbucks shareholder meeting, much less know where the fuck it is? You guys don't know shit. Kirby,
The fact that you ain't got it, that's just because you don't want to be fucking rich, dude. I'll give you 5 more just like that. Next month you'd be fucking beat. You're not going to do them is the problem. Let's see. There's no reason for every lady not to be married rich. They just choose to lay with broke men. Let's see. What was I going to show you? People get mad when I say it. My wife gets mad when I say this. It's okay, man. Don't get mad at me, man. Fuck the Dolphins, man. I don't give a fuck about Dolphins. Let's see. I said that the other day, and people about spit out. They were like, don't talk about Dolphins.
Do it
Dolphins.
better. Mr. Shope gave me a simple formula when I first met him, and let me give it to you. He said there's usually about a half dozen things makes 80.
My man here, Sanders. Sander, with his shirt off, said, GP, are you still adding to MPW? Okay, we're starting to come down now, finally. How could we know if GP was adding? Is there any way to know? Sander, is there anything you could do, man? Yeah, you could go to the petersreport.com. Don't listen to these lawsuits, guys. Those are all bullshit that you see come up on your brokerage thing. Lawsuits are bullshit. So look right here, 1030, adding to MPW, AG&C, MFA. Bro, you need to catch more of my lives, man. Wait, why are you fucking around, bro? All the dipshits you be listening to and hanging out with, all your dumbass friends that know nothing, they don't know shit about MPW. You spend more time with them than me. All you do is hang out with broke people. I'm wondering why you're broke. Okay, look, we've been adding to this mofo, man. You should know that, man. The fact that you don't know that means you don't hang out with me. You probably don't even have, hey, look up this dude, see if he has my book. If he doesn't, block this motherfucker. Block him. You know, everyone asks a question, you don't block him. That's where we're at. I got to block you, bro. I feel like you've been disingenuous. You should know that. I'm right. Look at this. All you got to do is click it. You didn't click it. Why didn't you click the button, man? See what I'm saying? All you got to do is click the button. Voila, you know. Now, what he's going to tell you is, I've been real busy, John. I got the kids and I got the baby. Everybody gives you that bullshit. I don't know why people tell me that stuff, man. Because you sound fucking dumb. I get guys all the time. They'll be like, oh, Gerald, I'm busy with work and I'm grinding. And they try to quote my words back to me. Oh, I'm working on the buckets and I'm doing, shut up. I'm not hearing that. Sell that shit to your mother. Your mama and your wife will buy that bullshit. I'm a grown man. So are you. I don't hear any of that bullshit. Oh, we're so busy at work. Added the professor style. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I've been on here longer than the professor, man. I helped bring the professor up, man. Help teach Chris. Man. I just won't get as big. You know why? Because I call out bullshit, man. I think most people are faking. Most of you are full of shit. That's why. You can't do that and get real big. Can't go on lives and call people full of shit. You're not going to get a lot of followers, guys. It doesn't work like that. The only ones I'm going to get are Spartans. Guys that are like, you know what? That motherfucker's right. I am full of shit. That's me. I like to be talked to like that. I don't like to be babied like Curvy does. You know, fucking hold their hands, massage their shoulders while they're at the thing. Here's the other thing, Sander. Goddamn, bro. I send out text messages to my friends. You're not even on my text list. All right, so we're up on, we got in down here at 3360. It's almost a full 1,000. I had 1,500 shares. That's about $1,300 on this trade. Hey, Sam, don't worry about it though, bro. I know you were probably busy doing some other bullshit. Maybe you and your friends were playing fantasy football while we knocked out this 1,500 right here. Boom, boom. Maybe you were playing fantasy football. You didn't have time. A lot of your husbands are playing fantasy football. They're like, I don't have time to trade, man. I'm doing fantasy football with me and my boys. We take our shirts off, lotion up, put paisley's on, and then we watch the game, man, together. Smoke cigars. Joseph says the only time he. That's cool. Appreciate you. I know Sam. You're out here working. Sam's too busy working. Pay the bills. That's it. You got to figure that out. That's a trap, man. Everybody does it at some point. You just got to figure out how to get out, man. Your job can trap you. So make sure you keep that in mind as you do it. Don't let it use you. You use it. And don't make excuses, especially to me, man. I don't want to hear anybody's bullshit. It's the babies. Don't give a fuck. We're not here to serve babies. Babies are here to serve us. Let's see. Bitcoin's doing great, holding the stage 3. We need this RSI to come down. The one I've been, babies are here to serve us, not us serve babies. Let's see. Don't tell your wives that. They get all fucking freaked out. It's a hormonal thing. They don't understand it. That's why kids need men who won't fucking baby them. 42, 4. That's how you make men, by the way. Don't baby them. 242 on Bitcoin Cash. Oh, the job is real, bro. Most people cannot get rich because they have a job. Straight up. You'll never be fucking rich because you have a job, period. That's just the way it works. Because they never can live and they never can get enough money where they can invest decent sized money. They're always investing little baby money, baby money. So then it's hard to get ahead, man. Bitcoin Cash, I anticipate this thing running up. It has not yet. It can when it explodes. We'll see. We'll see if it does. Always use your job to get where you're going, by the way. Use it. That's what you're there for. Use it. I hate to bust out we're almost at the end here. Oh, I was going to play it. Let me go back to this one time. I'm getting ugly looks over here. Apparently I said something. Apparently I went too far. Let's see. God, dude, they've changed this up on why did they do this? Really, man? Elon's back on Joe Rogan again. That was kind of cool.
1% or less actually make financial independence.
That's Bitcoin Cash. Let's get back to our live.
So that means 99% of the people are living in a delusion. And if you ask them, what are they going to do if I gave them $10 million? What would they do with their life? I guarantee you, 2 to 8 million of that will be spent in less than.
So it's a live feed of the TQQ on a 1 minute chart. I'm trimming some more,
Solution, it's a symptom.
taking it down to 400 shares.
I think that the first step is to dissolve your own shames and guilts and reasons why you don't deserve. Because a lot of people are sitting there beating themselves up. Anytime you set goals that are not aligned with your highest values,
Big move, man.
you
Big
don't
move.
achieve because you give up on
1,300
them, then
points
you end
there.
up beating yourself up and think there's something wrong with you. Well, first of all, you want to find out whatever you've done in your life, how it served you, how it served others, and clear out any shame and guilt. Then you want to sit down and ask, what is it that you're really going to do? Because you're not going to get wealthy unless you're serving people. And if you're not dedicated to serving people, you have a fantasy called wealth. You need to make sure that you really have a value on serving people. You need to have a value on wealth.
Ooh, value on serving people and a value on wealth. All right, notice the histogram on the 10-minute. It's starting to kind of level out here, okay? Starting to kind of level out. Starting to level out. Keep an eye on that. And we're at extreme. So we're pushing. And we're right here. So imagine this is the top of the day, man. Let's check the daily on the Qs here. Good day trading, though, man. All bullshit aside. I was telling the truth, ladies. That's how you meet a rich man. Man, you can meet a rich one just as easy as you can meet a poor one. You got to go to a shareholder meeting. You only need one share. The only people there are rich dudes. Voila. You're welcome, ladies. and you copy and paste, gentlemen, and speaking pen message. It'll be in the newsletter, man. I put
You
it
don't
in
really have a
Discord.
value on wealth, you'll spend it. If you have more of a value on spending it than saving it, investing it, it's going to keep going out the window.
Oh, listen to what my man said.
Circulates
Listen to what my man
to
said.
serving people, you have a fantasy called wealth. You need to make sure that you really have a value on serving people. You need to have a value on wealth, because if you don't really have a value on wealth, you'll spend it. If you have more of a value on spending it than saving it and investing it, it's going to keep going out the window. Because the money circulates through the economy from those who value it least to those who value it most over time. So you have to value wealth building more than spending. You have to value serving people more than just taking. And you have to be able to be dedicated to something that's really congruent with your values, or you won't stay with it. You won't build momentum and perseverance towards an accomplishment. And people who have a forced automatic savings in place and are willing to consistently study and research because they value wealth building. Warren Buffett spent, by the time he was 11.
All right, it's 250. I'm down from 1,500 shares to 400 shares. Let's not give any of this back. We had a beautiful, I mean, I did. I assume you did. I didn't post today. I was trading quiet. I've been on fire day trade, so I wanted to keep it going, man. And I have a hard time doing it and posting and showing. So hopefully next week, plus I've been partying for Halloween in New Orleans. That's why I'm here. I'll be heading back to Texas shortly. I got 4 houses coming open, so I got to get those houses turned over and rented or sold. I'm not sure yet. So, all right, we're now below the 25-day exponentials crossed it. We got support here. I would not close it here normally because we're right there. And so what I'm looking for is a move below there. Now, we've already taken the trade down. So we had shit tons of shares here and then on the breakout, and we've trimmed them the whole way up. So we've trimmed a bunch of times. I've gone from 1,500 to 1,400. This motherfucker, God damn it. I've tried explaining in stock charts that they have an error in their shit and they won't listen to me. I got E-Trade to fix theirs, man. I don't know how I was the only one that noticed. I find that hard to believe in all of America, but apparently I was. So here's we're about to break it. So we're going to close this out and go home a big, fat, juicy winner. And ladies, I gave you the secret to marrying rich. This has been a good day for you. Let's see. Come on, man. Oh, we're holding it. Now we're just being greedy. So normally you just close this out and go home, man. But I'm greedy. Let's see if we don't pop up here. I'd rather close it out 34.60 than 34.48. Come on, man. Yeah, look at that. It'll be a little bit greedier. How nice.
11, he already read all the books in the Omaha, Nebraska library on wealth building by age 11. He was committed to the outcome. People are really committed to wealth building. They study it, they research it, they mentor under it, they apply it, they have forced savings and investment structures in place. They constantly trying to serve people. They want to build a business that lasts. What happens is every human being lives by a set of priorities, a set of values, things that are most important to least important in their life. Whenever they set goals that are congruent and aligned with their highest values, they become the most powerful and effective people they can be. This is when they're the most grateful, the most resilient. This is when they're most disciplined and most fulfilled in their life. Whenever they're living by lower values and trying to inject the values of others or minimize.
Man, you cannot listen to what he just said enough, guys. Seriously. If you're going to brainwash yourself, this is it. It's the greatest message ever given on this subject, in my opinion. I listen to it about once a week.
They're congruent and aligned with their highest values. They become the most powerful and effective people they can be. This is when they're the most grateful, the most resilient. This is when they're most disciplined and most fulfilled in their life. Whenever they're living by lower values and trying to inject the values of others or minimize themselves and live by lower values,
What's up, Rich?
they procrastinate, hesitate, frustrate, and they become, you might say, victims of their history, not masters of their destiny. So you look at how people,
sexiest tattoo artist in the world,
fill their space. You look at how they spend their time. You look at what they are disciplined about, focused on. You look at where they're most organized. You look at where they spend the most money. You look at what energizes them the most.
Did he say, look where you spend the most money? Because that may be where your heart is.
You look at what they think about, visualize, affirm, and converse with others about.
What you think about, where you put lotion on.
Most that is in line with what they're creating in life. Looks at what they're inspired by, what their goals are, and what they love learning.
It's 255. Don't carry these shares over, man.
Those questions, it'll narrow down to what you're dedicated.
We should open down
them
tomorrow.
Spontaneously can't wait to get up in the morning and do. Any individual that is setting goals, intentions,
we'll sell 100 here.
Congruent and aligned with the highest values. They have the highest probability of being spontaneously inspired in the morning to get up and do it. So if you have an entrepreneur that's working in a business and they found what is most meaningful to them, they have found the tap dance to work energy that Warren Buffett describes. Now, in addition to that, an entrepreneur also has to find out what their targeted market's highest values are to make sure that they're providing a service that meets those specific needs. So determining your own values and determining other people's values that you want to serve is an essential component, because you're...
Back to Bitcoin. I did sell some what is the name? It'll be on my in my newsletter today, that video. It's going to be homework for the MFG.
Here to be able to find something that serves other people, but it's also meaningful to you. If you find those two, you've got your niche. Now you've got exactly what you would love to get up in the morning and do, and you get to go and do what exactly people want, and you get to fulfill their life. Because everybody has a set of priorities, a set of values in their life.
I want to go on vacation, Gerald.
Which the ancient Greeks called the telos, which is the highest priority in their life. The chief aim is to
live trade. Yeah, we're live trading, man. All the little circles is where we took profits. And here's where we entered. There's my anchor. There's my stage 1 entry. There's my stage 2 breakout. Now notice this. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, sideways. And that, my friend, is what we call the multiple, baby. Let's see. Right there. That's what we're doing on a 1 minute chart. Because the money flow is fractal in nature, man. It's fractal. Time-wise, it's fractal. In other words, let's look at a 30-minute chart. See if we can see these waves, man, these patterns. There you go. Sideways, up. Now we're going sideways. Not as clean on that one. Not as clean on the 30-minute. So I'm just finishing it out. What time is it? 2:57. And we'll see what we've done. We made a chunk, man. This is a 1,000-point move, or $1,000, or $100, or 10,000. You could have made a fucking million if you had the money right there. Like, it's fractal. The stock market can assume all the money you put in it. It is not doing like a lot of people. Oh, I just need to make $100. It's not like that. It's unfucking limited. You could make billions. There are people who've done that, man. They're just not limited. Tomorrow is what I'm asking. Nobody even knows what you're talking about. My live trading? Yeah, man, I might live trade. I do what the fuck I want to do. When the fuck I want to do it. I trade every day, bro. If you're in Discord, I'm in there every day. Today I was quiet. I've been on fire day trading, so I've been trying to not post as much because it fucks with my trading sometimes. And I'm actually a trader, not an influencer, by the way. I'm actually a fucking trader, okay? First and foremost, I make my money trading, investing, collecting rent. Then I do other shit like writing, YouTube, talking.
And tell us called the magnificent obsession.
My obsession is trading stocks.
Value
I'm being on fucking vacation.
Is the most meaningful and most purposeful thing they can do. That is the purpose. When you do, you're most resilient, most adaptable to pain and pleasure. When you go down the list of values to lower values, you're less inspired, less fulfilled by doing it.
Right,
You
that's where I'm at
procrastinate
on
doing
vacation.
it. And what happens is you only do them if it's pleasurable, and if it's not, you'll give up. So it's the key is to make sure that everything you do is highest priority, the thing that's most meaningful to you, so you don't give up. You have the resilience, and you embrace pain and pleasure in the pursuit of a great purpose. If you are not living by your highest values because you're wanting to do it with pleasure only, and you want to give up of its pain, you'll need motivation all the time.
Closing
The
out.
difference between inspiration, which is from within, is people who are inspired from within are living by their highest values. And people that need motivation from without are people that haven't found that high
Wow.
value, living by lower values.
Did I
And
make
they need
it?
constant incentives and motivation and only pleasure to keep them going. So our animal nature needs motivation. But our truest nature, our human nature,
Wow.
the one that
Just
activates
barely.
the telencephalon in the brain, the executive centers of the brain, which allows you to be an executive and a leader in the
See
world,
where that closes.
wow, transcends this pain, pleasure, amygdala reaction of the lower animal and within us. It allows us to function from an inner core mission that transcends that and allows us to be able to embrace pain, pleasure, support, challenge, ease, difficulties. Any complementary pair of opposites that you face along the way, you turn into on the way. If you expect him to float across between two buildings, that's unrealistic expectation. Or if you're expecting yourself to do something that's truly not high on your values and not meaningful to you, you'll tend to give up. Or expecting some other human being to do something that doesn't abide by the laws of the universe, or expecting them to live outside their values. Because every human being makes decisions according to what will give them the greatest advantage over disadvantage, greatest reward over risk to their highest values. So if you expect yourself to do something that's not really meaningful to you, it sounds like a neat whim, but it's not really you, you're going to end up self-defeating and end up with the A, B, C, Ds of negativity. Internal anger and aggression, internal blame and feelings of betrayal, internal criticism and challenge, internal despondency, despair, and depression. And these A, B, C, Ds of negativity that you internally have, which some people call negative self-talk and negative self-behavior, is actually a feedback mechanism to make sure we're setting realistic expectations that are aligned with our real values. And we know that it's real if we can see it in our mind's eye, we see the strategy, we know the action steps, and it's obtainable. Those are the keys. When you do have a realistic expectation, you keep showing effort and evidence of manifesting what you want to know.
I'll post that in the newsletter, man. That video, it's a great video. All bullshit aside, I share it a lot. It's a good one. As far as today, I was mostly focused on day trade. I put a lot of money in the market into a lot of these stocks. There's so many right now. It's like I don't even know what to put out. I'm just putting out the ones. What is this? O's one. There's so many of these. There's so many. What's up, Sal? There's so many just good companies out there. There's just so many, dude. We track. If you go, this is my newsletter, Peter's Report. I hope this is a resource for you. Even as much as spotting when I didn't do something, like you may be like, bro, you ain't updated this chart. Well, that's good that you caught that. Okay. Now remember, got someone helping me with some writing now. So if you go to the bottom, and we're trying to put out good shit. If you go to the bottom, it's a MFG members helping me with some writing. I've been talking to a few to help me with some editing, but that part is tough, man. We're working on a new website to put a lot of this behind the website because I just don't trust Instagram. I've been taken down like 3 times. So anyway, if you go there, you can get on my email list. This is not AI shit. This is us. When I see things in the market that I think are worthy of talking about, we put out, I put out stuff. If you go to one of the things you'll see, besides my bragging about Kathy Wood standing next to Paul in his money flow shirt. It's probably close I'll get to meeting her. So look at that. That's cool, man. I thought I updated this motherfucker. It didn't take a lot. I got to go through and update this. Come on, man. Did we not update this? It didn't save my last things, did it? All right, so here's what I wrote Sunday, man. See, I got to get some help on this. It's hard to keep up with all this shit, man. And go live and trade. Let's see. The market struggled last week to hold a possible stage 1 bottom before finally moving into oversold territory per the RSI. I did RIS. Jesus fuck. We've expected this. We were expecting this. Hopefully we can build a stage 1 bottom this week, creating nice setups for swing trades and a chance to add share count to many quality dividend stocks. So that was my plan going into the week. Keep an eye on trophy stocks. And I mentioned what trophy stocks are on page 35. You should always have a couple 2, 3 trophy stocks that if the world falls apart and market gets fucking crushed, you just buy them. Don't even look. You just buy them with boldness. That could be an O, could be a Coca-Cola, a Pepsi. It's got to be big shit though, okay? Take advantage of these situations to add quality names to your portfolio. Just don't just think trading. Also think long-term buy and hold stocks that can pay cash for years to come. Oil and Bitcoin will start this week off in the lead. This time next week, who knows? Should be exciting. Major oil stocks, XM and CVS, have disconnected from the commodity. Did anybody notice that? Did you notice that, Curvy? Did you notice that it was disconnected? But now we're starting, at the start of the week, we're seeing oil trying to break out on a stage 2. And yet oil stocks were dropping. Oil stocks were dropping. Look at Chevron. Chevron is now, look at this shit. How far this thing has fallen, dude. Chevron is now way below the 200. Now I'm back interested in I have like 100 grand in oil stocks. So I don't think I'll be adding, but I will turn the dividends back on to start buying shares. And it's below the 200, man. So this is a setup. This is a beautiful. If you're not in oil, man, this is your chance, okay? Chevron is about money spent. They got on the wrong. They put out too much money is the problem. Exxon's now below 2. I don't think these stay there, okay? And I don't think it has anything to do with the Middle East. I don't give a fuck about the Middle East as far as oil prices and all that. I'm watching the money flow, man. Okay. I'm not trying to watch the news. I'm gonna listen to the news, but then I'm waiting on this. Okay. So right now, Chevron's falling. And what I'm waiting for is the very bottom. You might say, well, how do you know it's the very bottom? Easy. It stops going down. Stops going down. It's not complicated. So if you're watching this, a lot of people do this. It hurts my feelings. I wrote a whole goddamn book, gave it to them to read for fucking pennies, and then they still ask the same dumb questions. It's like, why the fuck did you buy it, man, if you can't read? So if you're right here, does that look like the bottom? No, you can't know that till bars go above it. So we wait. Next day, is this the bottom? Maybe. We'll see what happens the next day. Next day down. Is that the bottom? Maybe. I don't know. We got to wait till at least at some point it's got to get above it, man. Next day down. So what is the money flow? Is this the bottom? I don't know. Could be. And then the next day, what? We're above it. Oh, shit. Now we got a possible anchor point. So we draw a little circle. I need 4 of them. And then I need them above this 5-day exponential move. See how simple that is? Look how simple that is. That's it. That's the whole fucking thing. That's the whole thing. That's it, man. On the buy and hold side, even as a trader, day trading, now gives me a tradable bottom. That's it. That's how simple trading is. Entry, stop, target. That is it, guys. You can add all kinds of bullshit. Fibonacci this, stochastic that, and wrap leather around your testicles and watch the moon cycle. You can do all kind of shit you want to do. At the end of the day, it's an entry, a stop, and a target. And the reason you're not good isn't your mindset. It's just that you have no skill and you suck. That's it. That's why. Let's see. See how we just solved the equation, man. Now we just got to get on it, man. That's all we got to do. So where is Coke took off, right? Yeah. And we called right there, called an audible. We bought the actual bottom on Coke, man. Down. That reversal back up above. And then I get another one that's a reversal. So I've got an anchor. And it's about the close. So yeah, that dipped below, but then it came back. So it closed above the anchor. Next bar, closed above the anchor. Now we jumped there. And then bam, closed. There's our actual signal. It's above the 5. Little pullback. You can add. All into here you can add. Long as it honors this anchor point, it's too easy, man. God, these are so fucking easy. It's like, I'm actually bored, man. It's fucking boring. I'm bored, man. All this money making is boring. Day trading is boring. It's all boring. Let's see. Sam, you out here trying to figure out life. Trying to figure out why women won't sleep with him. You know, if you tell them you're in the money flow game and you're a day trader, that's chicks like that, dude. Probably help you. Let's see. Let me check my board real quick and I'll get out of here, man. Well, on page 35, man, I can't believe this shit did not update, man. God damn it. Don't you hate when you just straight up dumb shit like, oh, I don't know, a long time and then not save it? It's like, fuck. I get so mad at myself. I get so mad. Let's see. No stage threes. Notice that? That means the market is down, baby. These were the breakouts we had that I thought were, still viable, sort of. Dividends this week, I'm going to collect $1,417 in dividends. We collected from Campbell's. We've collected from Clip. We've collected from MPF. We've collected from the SPY this week. What else? I still got these here coming in, and Verizon and AT&T. Those are going to come in, which means we'll get some shares. Going into the week, Bitcoin and gold were the top. Oil's number 3, followed by the Qs, Dow, SPY, and bonds. Notice on here this last Sunday, CVS hit hard, or CVX. Christmas trade. Are you guys even thinking about it? Are we thinking about the Christmas trade? Let's look at Hasbro. Got Hasbro, Mattel. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Oh, and it's below the 200. Come on, man. Eric, what are you doing, man? You fucking around. This stock is set up. You're over here fucking around, playing video games. So here's our anchor. And we're up, not quite there. Everything is turning, though. So it's set up perfect for the Christmas trade. Let's see. I'm not a fan of Mattel, but let's look at. I don't even know. Oh, MAT. Goddamn. I don't even follow this stock. So Mattel was obviously the stronger. Look at this big drop, dude. What a turnaround. You might call an audible on that one, man. Bam. Look at this. Let's look at Tesla, 50% dividend yield. I've watched so many dumb videos on YouTube trying to explain why owning Tesla is better. And they always leave out the fucking obvious. If you own Tesla, the only way to get the money is to sell it. Everybody leaves out the obvious, man. If you own Tesla, TSLY, they give you money. It's two different things. I don't know why people keep comparing it to Tesla. I don't know if just being dumb is something we're just born with, or they just can't think past it. But you need to understand price appreciation. If that's the only way you're making money, the only way to make money is to sell it. Once you sell it, you don't own it. Okay, I digress. That shit pisses me off. Ace, what's up, man? Man, I remember when Ace used to trade with us. He's too cool now. Wears a suit, got a job, businessman. He's too cool to trade with us. That's too bad. I'm up like 84% on the year, Ace. You're going to get locked into that You ain't gonna be able to get rich because you got a job and a car payment and a girlfriend and a trip. Ace, I saw you at the beach, man. You too goddamn young to be at the. You ain't got no business being at the beach, man. Get your ass to work. Start doing some shit every day. You got no time to be hanging out with chicks at the beach. Fuck out of here. Sparta. You need to go read some goddamn Napoleon and Genghis Khan and look up to some real men. Not these, I almost used the word that I see you guys watching on their little vacations and shit. Better start studying some real men, man. Fucking jeez. So here we are. And ain't none of them on. I digress, man. I'm actually getting pissed, to be honest. I'm pissed and disappointed. Let's see. Ace. We got all kind of people in Discord last week looking for loans, man. I had to send them another dude. I should have been sending them to you. Two of them were in New Jersey. I had to reach out to my friend in New Jersey to get a loan broker. Let's see. You're in the MF. You want to go on vacation. That's because your life sucks. You ain't got no goals. I ain't got time to be on it, man. I got shit to do. All right, man. Let's go. My show says trying to quit my job. Yeah, that's the goal, is to quit it, man, not to keep it. But we got to have a blueprint. We got to have a path. And you got to become an unusual person, okay? Which means, you know what, ladies? You might have to give up. You might have to start cutting your own hair so you can get some money in your account. Can't be out getting $400 haircuts and you ain't got no goddamn trading account. So that's it, man. So much stuff on sale right now. So many good things. I hope you enjoyed trading. We had another, I think, I'm gonna go look. I think I hit 60. I think I almost hit 1,000. I know you do. I'm talking to these other people. Almost $2,000, I think, today trading there on these. Honestly, on the last two moves, we had a bunch of little. You got to learn to play these whipsaws too. These shouldn't be stopping people out, man. Once you can identify we're in a channel. But we had two great moves. I made almost all my money from those two moves. Said give up the nails or do them yourself, man. I kind of like the nails. I ain't gonna lie. So hope that helps. Get out there on these dividend stocks. I'll post that video. Everybody was asking me what it was. I know it's really cool, and I'll post it on the beginning of the newsletter. If you go to page right here where I have my podcast right now. Yeah, who the fuck wants to listen to me? We can put this guy on. So we'll take my shit down and put this guy, okay?
Pleasure, support, challenge, ease, difficulties.
I appreciate you guys.
Any pair of opposites that you face along the way, you turn
It'll be on page 2 of Peter's report.
If you expect it to float across between two buildings, that's unrealistic expectation. Or if you're expecting yourself to do something that's truly not high on your values and not meaningful to you, you'll tend to give up. Or expecting some other human being to do something that doesn't abide by the laws of the